What's going on, guys? It's Sandpaper here with a brand new video for you today. It's going to be a little bit different because I know I normally do some gameplays, but today I just wanted to kind of dive into a little bit of the YouTube scene and, how you can truly make a lot of money or get yourself in a position where you can move towards making a lot of money with YouTube. So yeah, here it goes. So making money with YouTube, I've got 3 points, and if you are taking notes, don't feel like you have to. You can write it on your doc or something like that, or actually a little notepad next to you. But this is going to be so crucial for you guys. So there's 3 things. First point, original content. So obviously the first point of being able to monetize any of your content is be able to own all of your content. So whether it's, your video, whether it's your music, whether it's the actual gameplay, because there are a few games out there or other things that will stop you from being able to record those things and make money off of those things. So with original content, today's society, most developers have allowed you, the gamer, or the other people on the internet to actually be able to use all this stuff for free, because it's basically just free promotion for those guys. So, there's nothing that really hurts them whenever you're putting their videos up on YouTube, but you're making money off it yourself. So within that, because this is all about monetization, quality is a huge part. So my main job is I am a facilities manager at a church, where I also do all the video editing, audio engineering, lighting, cleaning, tear down, setup, whatever. Anything you can think of, I do it. So basically there's a statistic that belongs with churches, that a new person that walks into a church decides if they're going to stay at that church within the first 10 seconds that they walk into the building. Now, most of the time people keep their eyes looking at the ground, and they're automatically just inspecting everything that's around them, just to making sure this is the place that they want to be. And the same goes for actual videos. If someone's coming onto your video, you literally have about 10 to 30 seconds to win these people over before they click off your video onto one of these related videos that are nearby that might look a little bit more interesting. The next thing definitely that helps is going to be having some really good thumbnails. So just something that's really simple but very bright and vibrant, that's going to really catch the eye so that they are stuck and they cannot get off your video. And of course, be yourself. That is the most crucial part as anything, because you don't want to be on there and you could be Tom Hardy, but if you're acting like Sean Connery, you're not promoting who you are as Tom Hardy, you know what I mean? So make sure you're promoting who you are, and so that way, because people really pick up on the energies that you're giving off whenever you're promoting yourself. So if you're out there and you're trying to act like someone you're not actually are, then a lot of times what happens is people actually can pick up on those little subtle things that you're doing with the way you speak, with the way you think, the way you're actually playing your game. People will actually see that and be like, okay, this guy isn't genuine and I don't really want to watch this guy. People will decide if they like you within the first 10 to 30 seconds of watching your video. That is the most crucial thing I can possibly tell you. So making sure that you own them. So there's a guy named Quibblecop. He's got 5 million subscribers. Him and his 2 other friends, Slogo Man and Jelly, they each have 5 million subscribers. Now, when they're playing their games, a lot of times how they intro their video is they have really high pumping music so that you kind of want to dance for probably about 5 seconds, and then it kind of fades down just a little bit as it brings in some crazy scene where he's ah! And he's screaming or doing something ridiculous in the thing, and it cuts back to his logo, puts the music really loud again, and then it fades out, and then it starts the entire video. And so from what happens there is you're actually sitting there wondering, okay, so I saw this scene at the beginning, when's it going to happen? So then it's almost creating a drive in your head that makes you want to stay watching, so that you keep watching and look for whenever that scene happens. Because then what actually happens is you get to be right about it, and the little serotonin in your head actually gets to drop off onto your spine and give you those feel-good pleasures. All right, point 2. Second point is going to be engagement. So engagement isn't oh, would you please marry me? Please, sir, please, would you marry me? No. Engagement is about getting the people that come to your videos to stay, but then also to be able to communicate, to share it, to promote you to their friends in their world. Obviously, the best part is going to be getting views, which a lot of that has to do with the original content in that first point that I told you about. So as long as you're following all those things, most of the time, if you are trying to get the views will come. Sometimes it can be a little bit slow, but that's where these other points are going to really come in handy to help you get those views up. So the next one is SEOs, or search engine optimizations. So basically what this means is when you're searching on Google, you can sit there and say, what does it feel like to have diabetes, and what is the medicine that you have to take? Well, you can simplify all that down into finding the exact page that you would need. So all you have to say is diabetes, symptoms, and then medication. Literally 3 words in comparison to an entire sentence, and you found what you're looking for. So the best way to do that is actually finding the best ways to title your actual content and the way you put stuff in description, because the description is used when searching for videos as well. So it will look for keywords that are actually placed down in the description. Now for the title, you don't want it to be something ridiculous, something crazy. You want it to be very simple, precise, and to the point. Letting people know that, okay, I'm clicking on this, this is what I'm getting, and there's nothing else I'm going to get. I'm not clicking on this and they're going to try to sell me on like buying their new shoes or sending me over, like, so Syndicate, a lot of times he will spend quite a few time trying to promote his own clothing company, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because, you know, he's promoting his own videos while at the same time promoting a company that he owns himself. Whereas like other people, they might like promote you into going to like Scuff or to Battle Beaver or somewhere else to use their discount code so they can get a little bit of promotion for it. Next thing under engagement is going to be hashtags. So hashtags are so crucial. So here's my vision for the future. You know, like right now we have the stock market and we have these stockbrokers who are sitting there in New York, and they're sitting there trading other people's money, and they make the money off that, and they try to continue to reproduce that by putting more into it, getting more out, putting more, whatever. So with hashtags, I feel like the future is going to be the same thing. No longer will there be stockbrokers, but there's going to be hashtag brokers. There's going to be people who understand the way hashtags work and the way that they promote and get views to you. So for instance, you know, say it's like 1 p.m., it's after lunchtime, and you know you know how it is, like you get out of lunch and then you get that like after lunch lull where you're like your blood sugar's like crazy and you feel like you just need to go to sleep and you just want to go home, you don't want to be where you are. Well, the best part is whenever you're in that moment, a lot of times what happens is you're thinking about home. So if you actually go onto Instagram and you search Catstagram or Dogs of Instagram, one of those two, because cats and dogs, you know, everyone loves cats and dogs. Well, if you look at those, if you look at the actual times where it's the most popular, because, you know, obviously you have different time zones that you have to deal with. But for the most part, people are posting between about 1 p.m. and about 3 p.m. Now, if you can start breaking down these things more, that means that for me, when I post a picture of my cat or my dog and I tag it a certain way, at those times, I'm actually going to be getting the most views possible coming into it, as well as the people who like post like later in the day and they want to, oh, let's see who else posted about this today, and they click on the hashtag and they keep scrolling. So the exact same thing works with everything. So making sure that you're not lying, like you're not saying like this is a Call of Duty video but it's got a giraffe in it. It doesn't have a giraffe, don't worry about it. Just put the most things that have to do with your video in the hashtags, and if you're going to post on Instagram or you're going to post on Twitter, really looking into the right hashtags to getting the most views, like looking to see which one has the most people talking about this specific thing. The next thing under engagement is going to be connecting. So the biggest thing with this, and I know so many people hate it, is spammers. There's so many people doing spamming, and a lot of these people are doing these very generic messages, and they're not making them very personal to the people that they're trying to reach or try to potentially watch my video or watch my channel. So for me, what I end up doing, and you know, everyone's going to get mad that you're like, oh, you're just a spammer, you go to all these different places and you spam. It doesn't really matter to me, because the real thing I'm really passionate about is trying to build a community around my YouTube channel. So with that, I go around to the other channels. So like I go to Nick Merckx, who's one of my favorite Call of Duty players, or Nadeshot. Or Big Timer, because Big Timer doesn't really play Call of Duty as much, but he used to be a really good pro. So I'll go through their comments, and I'll look for people who have other videos. I go through and I watch some of the videos. I'll usually drop a subscribe, and I'll like the video that I'm watching. And then I'll comment down below something very personal. So like, you know, like, hey, great video, you know, like, if it's about, like, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, like, hey, you know, I'm a Master Division in Call of Duty. But, like, knowing who you're talking to, you gotta really understand the audience you're looking for and really be able to connect to them on a personal level. You know, I used to work at Best Buy, and if I just walked up to somebody and I was just like, hey, I see you looking at this 70-inch Sharp, you're gonna buy it, right? They're like, and they probably wouldn't answer me, or they'd tell me, like, get lost, you weirdo, and then walk off and go find somebody else, or just leave the store altogether. Whereas if I see them from 10 feet away, and I'm sitting there and I see them staring at this thing, but they have, like, some decent clothes, not like the nicest clothes on, and they're, like, by themselves, or a little bit older, like, you know, there's qualities that you can pick up on as you're walking to that person that could really give you that edge when you're trying to create a very personal encounter with that person. And personalization is the most incredible way to actually have true engagement from other people. All right, and then my third and final point is going to be join a network or a partner. Now, whether you're PewDiePie and you're the biggest YouTuber in the world, all the way down to me, someone who's got 50 subscribers, someone who doesn't have much, everybody needs a network or a partner. I don't care who you are. These are partners or networks are going to be the best ways to potentially and completely get you to where you want to go with YouTube. The biggest thing with partners or networks is to actually, they have the tools and the resources available to you to get you the most views on your video. Now, they're also part of the AdSense community, so as long as your account is in very good standing, you can partner with them and be able to actually monetize all your content. But with being able to monetize, they actually help you get you some more money from the monetization. Whereas YouTube takes certain percentages, Freedom takes a little bit less percentages, so that you're actually going to get a little bit more. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean very much for me, who's got 50 subscribers, like 10 views, 15 views per video, something like that. I'm not making more than like 10 cents. But talk to some of you guys who have like 500. You have over 1,000 people. Like, I know some of you guys do have over 1,000 because I check all your channels. But I know you guys have a lot, and so, if you're getting a lot of engagement from your videos, and you have the right partner behind you, you're going to get a lot of money back from that onto your PayPal, or however you have the settings set up. And then, so I'm sure some of you guys are asking, Sandy, oh, yes, that's me. What would you like to know? I would like to know what your partner is. Well, you see, my partner, I'm actually partnered with Freedom, MCN, or Multi-Creator Network. Now, these guys, I joined them probably like 6 or 7 years ago. It's been a pretty fun time. So the greatest thing I like about these guys is, within their site where you can see like monetization and all those like money stats that you're getting from your videos, the biggest thing they have are other resources available to you to use. So they have like epoxy.tv, which basically compresses all your social media and YouTube into one site, where you can post directly to all those things while being able to see the engagements you're getting from other people. So you can see like, oh my gosh, this guy retweeted my tweet and he has 50,000 people that follow him. That's a huge bump compared to the people that normally follow me or retweet me and stuff. And then the other really, really incredible thing that they have, because not just to mention the other resources, which I don't even know all of them because I'm still exploring the site to this day. They have copyright-free music available to you, a exclusive right only to Freedom users. Now, this is something that's really incredible because, how many of you guys know you want to make really good videos, but the problem is, you don't want it to just be your voice, you don't want it to just be the gameplay, because, sometimes that gets boring and you want it to be really high octane, or, you're wanting to set a certain energy for your video. Well, these guys actually enable you to do that. They have a ton of music, not just like the stuff that YouTube has available to you that you can use for like copyright-free music. They have a lot of it. They also have graphics. They also have servers that you can try to buy or you can be a part of. They have forums where you can talk to other Freedom users and try to like help. Like, how are you like getting like engagement this way? Like, how's this strategy working for you? Is it working? And like they can tell you yes, no, and then you can try to implement it yourself. You can talk to other people and help them out. And it's just a really great community to be a part of. But yeah, I'm gonna give you the link right here. If you do want to join Freedom, now this is the network I'm partnered with, and it doesn't take any time at all. It doesn't cost anything. You just get to sign up, and then if they accept you in, then you're a part of the network and you are officially a partnered YouTube channel. The website is freedom.tm/VIA/Sandpaper623. Again, that is freedom.tm/VIA/Sandpaper623. So yeah, if you do like this video, this is a little bit different than what I normally do, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help my channel. If you can, share it with your friends, let other people know. This is something I'm really passionate about, and I really want to try to help you guys out. Even though I'm not the biggest guy out there, I mean, I'm 6'7", so I'm pretty big, but I really want to help you guys get to the place that you want to be, because, I see everyone on YouTube as skyscrapers. Now, you have some of the bigger guys who kind of like hold everybody back, but if you have all these smaller guys working together, you really start to build up a really great community. If you have the head person, you have one skyscraper that's right here, but they're not growing anymore, then everybody else can only go up to this point. But if you, the skyscraper, continue to grow all the way up, there's no stopping these other communities from trying to grow and reach the potential that you are showing them that they can do. If you like the video, again, hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys later.